Hello, everybody. Welcome to Streaming Rainbow, and welcome to a little experiment, a different type of content than we normally make. So we're trying out new things here on the channel. We're having fun. I don't know what to call these segments. I thought like maybe Rainbow Side Chat could be what we go with, but get down in the comments below with a better pitch.
Yeah. Well, for this Rainbow Side Chat, I brought my rainbow coffee. We're here.
Ooh.
It's so toasty. Let's go.
I brought a full pint of water that I expect to get through in the next 15 minutes. And spend the last like 15 minutes this utterly dehydrated. So that's my goal.
Perfect.
Yeah, but we're going to have a casual chat. Eli and I, all of our End of the Rainbows have said something to the effect of, we can talk forever. We could wax poetic on the differences between playing in an actual play, running an actual play, and running a home game. And today I want to take a little bit of time to actually do that, to call Eli's bluff here and now and put them on the spot and talk about it. So it's going to serve a couple of purposes, but really what I want it to be is for those of you who are in the DM seat and you're facing that dilemma we all face, that common coming of age, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy meets boy, girl meets girl, they meets them, whichever piece of that coming of age, you know what I'm talking about, right? The similar story of you're running a game at your table. One of your friends turns to you and says, you know, we should record this and put it on YouTube. It worked for Matt Mercer. We're just as funny, right?
For sure.
And so you decide to do that, and you jump into an entirely different world. Now, for the past year and a half now, 2 years, Eli has been focused specifically on our live stream, while I've been more focused on our pre-record. So we're going to actually talk about the 3 different ways that we enjoy our games: home table, live games, and pre-recorded content. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Yeah, let's jump into it. So I have a vague idea of a plan, which if you've seen me in any of the End of the Rainbows, that's how I jump into all of my games. A vague idea of a plan.
Yeah.
But the first thing I want to talk about is players. The difference between the 3 starts before you even get to the table. Eli, what do you think about when you think about players for a home game? What are you looking for?
So for the home game, it's just the people who you know you're going to vibe with, like who you know you're going to have a fun with. And it can be, you can shoot the shit with them for hours. Like, you're not thinking about pacing. You're not thinking about like the optics. You're just thinking about like, I have a really fun sandbox. Who do I want to play in the sandbox with? For sure. Yeah, that's the idea for a home game. Yeah.
Yeah. I like to call it like a beer and pretzels game. Where like the point of a home game, oftentimes, this isn't every home game, but in my experience, the point of a home game, right, is to have fun with your friends. It's a backdrop that could be literally anything else, right? And it is for a lot of different like communities and people. Sometimes people hang out to play video games. They go play some basketball. They do dinner. They do brunch, things like that. It's just a backdrop, an excuse to hang out with your community, people you love and enjoy being around.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, who are the people that you want to go have dinner with? Yeah, like it's not just playing the game. It's like, because you like I just want to be with these people so much that I want to do all the things with them. And listen, you're going to be having a 7-hour game with some of these people, so you gotta have breaks for food. So home games are a whole different ball of wax.
Yeah. Versus your live streams, what are you looking for in like a live stream player?
So for a live stream player, again, it totally depends on what game you're playing. But like, I know for me, for Inferno, I'm looking for a diverse table. I'm looking for as many different, so gender, race, creed, all of it. I want to have a wide spectrum of people because there's a million different stories to be told that a more homogenous table will have a hard time telling. But it's not just that. It's also, you want to have those people that are, if it's live, you want to have those people that are on their toes with improv and who can pick up the ball, and who are really good at collaborating in the moment, which is like, even the most talented actors, that's a skill that even the most talented actors don't have. Like, there's some, it's an actual skill that you have to, and it doesn't make you less of a player. It just means that maybe you're not suited for live stream. If you want to have a few takes of something, if you want to be able to say, actually, let me take that again, there's a great place for that, which we'll talk about with pre-records. Like, it's but you want to have somebody who is a good listener and who is enthusiastic about like jumping in and playing.
A big difference for me between like a home game and either a pre-record or a live stream, often for a pre-record or a live stream, the first session, the first time that anyone sees us on YouTube, is like the third time I've ever had a video call with this person, right? And I've met them for the sole purpose of role-playing in this game. And there's this shared expectation that we're going to role-play together. That's the focus. That's the focus of this relationship. Yeah. And that's like the jar it fills. In my home games, it's, again, like, it's the people I want to hang out with, right? Usually they're people that have expressed an interest in role-playing before, have heard me talk about it, and they're like, yeah, that sounds fun. I'd love to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And I think with that comes a like set of expectations to the table.
Yeah.
The expectation that we are going to tell a story together, that you are expected to be a part of that story, that you are an active member in the game. You're not just sitting on the back seat. You're not on your phone. Like, you're there to play, and you're here to tell your story. And there's a level of proactivity that we're looking for in our players. And I think on the live stream and improv, that absolutely makes sense. It's actually not something I've thought about, but yeah, absolutely. You want people that can think quick, because you can't clean it up in post. You can't come back. Whatever you say, that's canon now. You're stuck with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, think about the most boring parts of Critical Role. It is watching them try to figure out fucking combat. Like, of just like, wait, what am I going to do? And it's like, I don't want to watch this part of it. Like, this is just highlighting my least favorite part about D&D. Thank you for that.
Right.
Yeah. You want people who can go fast.
And in a pre-record, I'm looking for the right players for this game, which is like the Vegas thing. And you kind of hinted at earlier of like, it depends on the game, right? But if I'm running a game like Playground, for example, that was a high trust game. I'm like, hey, we're going to watch some kids get murdered. And I need some people that will like treat that with respect and weight, and people that we're very lucky. There we go.
We're fortunate. We're very fortunate. I was like, blessed is the
word for it.
Because it's also a curse. I mean, blessed
also
is like...
cursed. We're blessed and cursed. Fortunately, unfortunate to have.
We're blurred.
God damn! Now I'm gonna have to leave all of that in.
Sorry.
With a lot of applications to streaming Rainbow, especially some of our recent shows, and it's been wonderful to be able to have a whole lot of people to pick from. And as challenging as it is, it really helps you find the people for the story you want to tell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's something that like you've said, and you've run such an interesting gamut of super emotional games, like, and then also we played the live stream of Brindlewood Bay, which is Little Old Ladies, which is not emotional at all, which was so fun. But like like the Playground is a game that I wouldn't have played that with anybody but you. And Mads was wonderful. I'd never played with them before, but I trusted you to know them. and David. I was like, oh, I know these people, so I know what I can do. Inferno is very similar. Like, it's like, hey guys, we're in actual hell, so I need to know that the people I'm playing with have the maturity and have the wherewithal to like be in the shit and make it entertaining. So it's like that's such a line that you have to, a razor thin line that you have to walk. And but yeah, and I've had conversations with people who have been like, oh, I'm interested in playing, and then they watch more of it and they go, oh, you know what, this isn't my vibe. Oh no, I wouldn't be a good fit. This isn't it. I'd be like, thank you for saying that, because I have to be the one to, like, I've had to tell people, hey, you're an amazing person, you're not the right fit for this table, which sucks to hear.
It's always a hard conversation.
It's always a hard conversation. It's like, you're amazing, but like, maybe you should be looking at something like Olympus or something like Fathoms or the amazing things that Sarah has coming down the line with all these like superhero themed games. Like, that's the one thing I love about our channel, is that it's like, hey, if there's something that's not going to be great for you, like, believe me, we will find you a place. Yeah, amazing. It's like we thought of that with our name. Strange.
Yeah. And that's another good point. It's like, for these games, we're casting for a role, right? It's like looking for actors, and almost everyone who has applied have been wonderful people and wonderful members of the community. And like, we can't say yes to everyone, and not everyone's a good fit. Not everyone is a good fit right now. Sometimes they'll be a good fit later, and to your point, they'll be a good fit for different games or for different things that we're looking for. But it's not like personal. It's not like, and because of that, I want you to know that like, I hate you, and that's what you should learn from not being cast in this. It's just about trying to tell the best story and trying to get the right people in the right seats to tell that story.
And it's on the player's side too, because it's like, not only do we want to be telling the best story as the orchestrator of the game, but like, I want my people at the table, like, I want you to come out of this role like feeling really good about what you did. And if it's a bad fit, there's no way you're gonna feel good about what you played.
Man, like, I want people to come out of my games feeling bad. I want them to feel miserable.
Congratulations. Well, that's not true. Olympus was good. Spoilers. I won't spoil Olympus. Go watch Olympus, guys. It's a mixed bag. The ending is hopeful?
A mixed bag.
Question mark?
Question mark. It's my feelings of our current technological predicaments encapsulated. That's what that is. Hey everybody, Editor Bastion here, interrupting this broadcast for a brief message. We are currently pushing for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's a big milestone for us, and we're really trying to push hard for it. So if you're not already subscribed, do please subscribe. As well as that, I'd appreciate it if you'd like the video, comment down below. All those engagement things help get us out in front of more people and help us grow this little corner of the internet that we've curated with all of you wonderful, wonderful people. So I'd really appreciate it if you could help us out with that. As well as that, this is a piece of a new sort of experimental series that we're running right now for non-actual play content that I'm really excited to be spearheading here at Streaming Rainbow. We absolutely want to hear your opinion on this video especially. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you want to see more of it, less of it? Do you want to see the same idea slightly different? Let us know, let me know, especially in these comments in the Discord that you can get to from the description down below, and you can help shape the future of this channel as we enter this new era of Streaming Rainbow. That's all I got for you. Thank you very much, and sending it back over to the content you actually came to watch. Moving on to our second P, which is kind of tied in with our first, right, is planning. Planning for me is wildly different between the three types of content. For planning in general, I'm a very much a like fly by the seat of my pants DM. When I'm planning, I usually plan out 1 or 2 sessions ahead at most. I have my like keystone encounters, I have NPCs, I have a list of names, and that's kind of it. And the rest of it relies on the world building I've done up front to be able to improv, and the like skills of my players at the table to be able to play off of things and riff off of things. But that's me at like my most planniest. I know you do a lot more planning for Kanto because it has a whole ass supplement.
Yeah, so I actually don't have to do a ton of planning because it's already done for me. So
Fair.
So for example, we have at filming, Friday is the second session of our 5th Kanto. So what I do at the beginning of a Kanto, before we even go, I will read the supplement about the layer of hell that we're going to be doing, just so I can have the overview of like, okay, where's the start and finish? So this is actually, so I will say this is kind of how I do anything AP related. Home game, fully different, but with, I guess not fully different, but it's a little bit different. But like, I was like, okay, first off, what is the overall arc? And I've actually learned this from, I have a degree in digital storytelling, which is, and a lot of that was a focus on episodic storytelling. So like TV shows, comics, things like that. And it's the idea of a series of a show. The whole thing has an arc, but then each season has an arc. Each episode has an arc, and then within each episode, there's like little mini arcs of things. It's wild. But so I start with the overarching of like, okay, what's up with this level of hell? What's the goal? Like, what? Let me understand that. And then I have like little touch points of like, okay, if we can hit these marks in each session, because I only have 6 sessions, then I will feel like we're pretty much on path. And then I leave it, then like much like you, I will be like, okay, where's my list of NPCs? Like, what are the monsters I can throw at them? Like, what are the environmental things I can throw at them? And then I leave it open to them to explore it, and I'm ready to throw things at them. So we're pretty much similar on that for the AP side, for sure.
Yeah. But on the home game side, what does that look like?
So on the home game side, it is much looser. Like, I still have like a vague. So, okay. So for example, the home game that started Streaming Rainbow, London Calling, I knew who the BBEG was, and I knew how it started. And then it's just like, how do you get there? And I just have fun. And then as each game goes on, it's like, and like actually with home games, so maybe I do a little bit more planning, but it's more tailored to who I'm playing with, because you get the people with their characters that they're precious characters. They're like, oh, and you get some people who don't like, I'm the worst. People are like, what's your backstory? And I was like, I'll figure it out as we go along. I don't know. And then you have the other people who are like, welcome to my novel. Which is fine. But like, I've gotten some great world building fully based off of the characters that people have created. Because your players, your home game players, will tell you what they're interested in, and that's me quoting Brendan Lee Mulligan. He's already talked about this in Adventuring Academy, but it's like, oh, good, now I know what like little places I can stick the knife in. But so I guess the planning is it's both wide, but then focused. Like, again, it's like, okay, what do I need to know about your special interests so I can populate NPCs, bad guys, whatever, based off of those interests? Because if you throw out an NPC that has no connection whatsoever to anybody's interests,
right,
that was energy wasted on my part. So what about you with home games?
For home games, I am very much world building driven. Home games are an excuse for me to build like crazy worlds, and specifically to get experimental with it. So my last home game was an experiment in different theologies, and how those might come about, and it was really cool to play around with like this culture that has gods that like walk the streets with them and are there as like a part of their daily lives, and this culture where they killed their gods, right? And like, why did that happen, and how did that shape who they are as a culture? And one where their gods were like mantles, like equipment that's been passed on through generations, and like every generation like someone earns one of the mantles or things like that. And so it starts from a kernel of an experiment, and then I let it sort of blossom from there of how is that going to shape the world it's in. And I would tell any other DM, don't world build for the sake of world building. Don't build things your players are never going to see. Have an idea of the world and the factions and things that are in it, and then generally fog of war style build around your players and those character driven arcs, unless your hobby is world building.
Yeah, that's the thing. Unless really the game is just an excuse for you to build the world.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
I've gone full Artifactian, incredible creator, like running tectonic simulations to figure out a
amazing
realistic physical representation of a world based on tectonic shifts, and building out alt langs or conlangs to try out like different things, and like how cultures would shape the conlang and vice versa. Like that stuff, that gets me fucking excited. I love that. I can sit in there with my notepad, my computer notes, my Obsidian, my whatever, and just build worlds for days, right? And then come back and like, okay, now let's also build a character arc narrative that like lets my players explore this playground. There's still like the required DM skills there, but that's what I do, because that's my secret hobby is world building. For actual play, I plan it more like a show or like a play than I would a game or a world. Right, it's more on an episode by episode basis. So I'm the same for you. I have this overall arc of like, here's where I want to get to in the end. Here's the like 3 cornerstone themes that I want to represent, and I tell my players these are the themes that we're trying to represent, and I want that to live kind of throughout. I want it to be seated in your characters. I want it to be seated in the world. For example, for Playground, one of the themes was childlike wonder. Right, and there are a couple others, but the childlike wonder one was really important to me because we're in this really dark world, and I wanted that contrast, right? Like everything is scary and mysterious, and you don't know what it is, but just because you don't know what it is, and it's mysterious and scary, doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes it's just a dog made out of socks, right? And that's okay. Like I wanted that dichotomy, and so I'll have these themes, I'll have this kind of where we want to go, and then let the player sort of navigate there. I think the other big difference for me, and I don't know if you do this as much, but I let the players in on the planning more for an actual play. For a home game, it's, I want it to be a surprise and a shock and things like that. In an actual play and pre-recorded, I trust that my players are going to be able to play the part, and that they're going to be able to act surprised and things like that. And that if I give them a heads up, and not all of my surprises I give heads up, because I do like that genuine reaction as well, but oftentimes if you give your player heads up that it's like, hey, this is going to happen in this game, they'll play into that more in an actual play because they want to ham up that moment, right? So if they're like, hey, in this episode, like, your partner is going to die at the end, then that player is going to spend that whole episode, because they're a goddamn professional, making you fall in love with their partner and being so lovey-dovey and sweet, so it just hits more at the end. Right? And I have that trust with my players because they're coming at it like actors. Like, how do I put on the best show for the audience? So they get more of the peek behind the curtain to help facilitate that putting on the show that I would never do in a home game.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I especially for Inferno, for my other pre-recorded stuff, it's been a little bit different, because like the mystery is like the whole thing. Like Welcome to Gillyton, I was like, hey, you're in a WandaVision creepypasta, everything's a little bit wrong, and you know it, but you have no idea how to figure it out. So it's the whole idea is like, you guys just have to explore this place and figure it out. With Inferno, fully in our session zeros, I'm like, hey guys, your only mission, so again, for this current content we're in, their only mission is to get from the pit to the river Styx. It's the chasm in between those places, which you're okay, you cross a field. You cross a field, good luck. It's bad down here. But then I say, and especially with, so as you guys know, but for anybody who's watching this who hasn't seen Inferno, every new level of hell, the cast changes, but the characters do not. So a new cast is told, hey, here are where your relationships are currently. And they're bad. Some of them are really bad. Some of them are great, but some of them are blood feud. So it's like, okay, here are the moving pieces. Here's the puzzle pieces. How do you guys not only navigate across a field, how do you navigate all of these interlocking, very tenuous connections? And that's where I actually hand it to my players and I say, what do you want to tell? Like, so I actually give them, specifically in Inferno, I say, what do you want to do? Like, and I actually have them tell me scenes, and we do this before a session. Actually, even during sessions, I'll say, guys, put it in the back chat and tell me, like, give me a heads up if you want to pull a scene. And it's a lot of planning in between sessions. Like, I get DMs being like, hey, DM, please, GM, will you please let me do this? And I was like, hey guys, this is your level of hell. Good, Godspeed, have fun.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. And then my job is to make it all come together, and that's a lot of fun. But yes, I agree. You're right. This is an actual fortunate thing. There's no downside to this. We have the benefit of being able to play with some of the most talented players out there, and they do the most remarkable things if you just let them. So we let them. We don't have to control that. We let them do it. So, yeah.
In real life, I'm a manager. It's the same thing. Just let my team do their work, and they do amazing work. As long as you do the work up front to pick the right team.
Yeah, it's almost like if you pay somebody to, like, we don't pay anybody. I'm so sorry, actors.
Not
we don't,
yet.
Not yet. Someday.
Once
we'll
we hit it big.
ourselves.
This is the video that's going to hit it big, so we can get monetized on YouTube and pay.
This is what's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, if you find the right people, you're right, exactly. If you find the right people who are passionate about what they do and do it well, you don't have that much to manage. It's just connecting the dots. So, yeah.
Which kind of, and we again have dipped into this because it is also interconnected here, but the final P I want to talk about with you is pacing. Pacing, wildly different between home games and pre-record, and I imagine it's the same for live stream content.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I don't know about you for home games. I don't have pacing.
Yeah, not at all.
It's just like, have fun, do it. Like, because, well, and for you, it's world building. So you're like, please, just explore.
Just
all the
soak
hard
it
work.
in.
Please, I put all these hours in. Please look around my cool dollhouse.
Right.
Look at it.
You think this is a shopping episode? Here's the depth of the Merchants Guild and how all the different factions have come together with their trading empires to create this one bazaar.
Here's where they sourced the silk.
And how that's impacted history for the last 200 years, right?
Yeah. What are the economic impacts of this world? Yeah, I'm the same. I'm like, tell me where you want to go. Like, and you have the benefit of, you're just shooting the shit. So it's like, as a GM, I'll be like, you want to sit back and yell at each other for 45 minutes? Great. I'll take a break. Fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, for pre-record and live stream, you can talk about this as well. It's like, it's a slightly different. I mean, I'm like, so for Inferno, which is my life for the next year and a half, 2 years.
And then you start over again, right? To get through Purgatory?
Unfortunately, I'll talk with you about that after. I have thought, we have plans that I haven't talked about yet. Anyway, no, nothing, no worries. But no, because I know I only have 6 sessions, and each level of hell has less to do. Like, some of them are chock full of things to do, and some aren't. So it's like, and this has taken me some time to learn, because in Kanto 1, it is, I described it as being the tutorial section on a video game of like, what does left, right, how do I jump, how do I attack? Like, it's that level of D&D. And it's level 1, so their characters died at the drop of a hat. It was wonderful. But I was like, I can't drag this out anymore to make it 6 sessions, because it's too boring. Like, I couldn't figure out a way to make it 6 sessions, whereas there are some, like the second Kanto had, because it was finally in hell proper, I was like, oh my god, there's so much to do, how am I going to so I had to be like, okay, I'm gonna have to jump cut, like I'm gonna have to like push it, and without it feeling like it's being railroaded or forced in any way. So pacing is a lot for especially doing it live. Now, I'll be curious how you handle pre-records, because you've also done the interesting thing, Mr. Experimental, of like short episodes, like, so how long were Playgrounds? They were like 30 minutes. How long were
1.5 to 2 hours.
Yeah. So, but it was such a short, that's the short thing. And then you had Olympus, which was 10 sessions of,
yeah. Session number. There was like 6 sessions for a Playground. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is a, and the arc is, you got to think about it differently, because it's like, you got to build up to a pinnacle, and it's really easy to hit the pinnacle too early in a longer campaign. So you're like, oh no, I really got to build it. I've got to make sure I hit like that actual top, so that the come down to the end is satisfactory. So I'm really curious, how do you feel about pacing for pre-record?
Yeah, for pre-record pacing, this is actually something that I want to experiment a little bit more with, right? Because I feel like there are 2 approaches. There are 2 wolves within me. So there's the Playground, which is kind of balls to the wall the whole time. There's always something happening. It's very like go, 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 go. And that's the pace I wanted. I wanted it to feel frantic when you were watching it. Yeah. And there was one moment of Ma, essentially, in episode 4, I believe, 3 or 4, where like you got to take a breath for just a second before like go, 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 to give a little bit of that contrast. Versus Olympus, I really wanted to sit in it. Olympus, I wanted to take more of the there's a term for it. One second. What is it called? In the story arcs. The story structure. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, in Olympus, I wanted to experiment a little bit with manga anime approach to pacing that I just looked up the name for, because there's no way I'm going to remember it. Kisho Tenketsu, which is basically, in a lot of Western media, the stakes keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's how your story structure goes. You go up, like, you get that climax, things drop a little bit, and then the stakes get higher and you go up again. Yeah. And you keep going through that, and you're like typical like 3-act structure over and over and over again. For like Japanese media, like manga specifically, they are planning these to run for like hundreds and hundreds of chapters. Yeah. And so you can't have the stakes increase for hundreds and hundreds of chapters, or else you get Gurren Lagann, right? And that could not go on for hundreds of chapters. So instead, what they do is, at that place where you hit that climax, rather than increasing the stakes, you add a twist. You add a change. The stakes are the same, but the context is different, the story is different, and there's a new conflict you have to get through. And that was kind of my approach for Olympus, is I wanted it to feel that the stakes were kind of set at the very beginning, and each time you got to a Hydra head, you learned more information that gave a twist to the world and what was going on, and then you had to react to that twist. So I tried to keep the pacing for Olympus a little bit more level. In terms of like hype and excitement until the very end, that final like episode essentially with the full climax. That one I wanted to feel like wow, like you're climbing Olympus and crashing back down was my goal. And for me, that's more of like a background watching approach. That's something, in my opinion, feels more like a Critical Role. Like I'm gonna have this on the background while I'm doing other things versus something like a Dropout that's like, I want you to sit down and watch this. I want there to always be something happening and be engaging, right? And so experimenting with these different styles, and I think there's merits to both of them. I think what I really like about pre-record is I have a lot of control on the pacing. Depending on how I cut each episode, depending on what I like cue in my players, I can call a break and say, hey, like, let's do this thing. I had in episode 2 or 3 of Olympus, when the party is going up against the very first Hydra head, Letheon. They spent like a full like 15 minutes, half an hour trying to like talk Letheon down and be like, we're gonna converse the bad guy. And I had to go on break and be like, hey, I appreciate what you're doing. These are absolutely the players I picked for this table. This is just a fight. Just fight the big boss thing. You're not gonna be able to talk it down. It's a robot. Like just do the thing, right? And I can do that in a pre-record and help set the tone. And there are other cues that I give at other points, like, hey, like, let's make sure we pick it up, or like, hey, like, we want to make sure we're getting this part, or like, hey, this is supposed to be like a quiet moment, and we're gonna let that stretch out, and I want everyone to live in that moment, right? And I can give kind of director's cues to control the pacing within each episode, very specifically for what I'm going for the audience to experience, which is really, really nice. I love feeling like I have that level of control. For a live stream, when I run it, I feel like I have to run it balls to the wall. I feel like I can't run a live stream in any other way except just like go, 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 go. And that's probably like a failure on my part in a sense, but I come from a background of like streaming video games as a hobby, and you gotta always be talking. You gotta be engaged. You gotta always get people to come back to the screen with your vocal variety, with your like visuals, with whatever it is. You want people to keep pulling back from whatever idle game they're playing, their Roblox on one screen, to watching your screen. And so I feel like I try and run my live streams the same way, pacing wise, just too much all at once.
Yeah, but this is also something interesting, because a thing we haven't touched on, because it is its own beast altogether, are one-shots.
Oh yeah.
Inferno live stream and one-shot live stream are two different animals. Because like for one-shots, that's how I am. For one-shots, I'm like, but like we also tend to have, well, that's not true. We've gone with some pretty dark topics, and like there's been some things, but it feels like with a one-shot, it's like we've got this one shot, we've got this one time, we've got 3 hours to do something, and it's very challenging to make that feel to have those moments of quiet. I will say what Danny did with the anti-ice, the fuck ice campaign, the session that he did, it was insane for the first half, but that's when the twist happened, and the drop off was immediate and beautiful. But that was a gamble. Like he and I were literally talking in the background in the game. He was like, maybe I should just let them keep going. This is so good. And I was like, no, bud, you gotta let the twist happen.
You gotta
let
commit.
the twist happen. You gotta commit to it. But like, so Inferno is different because, and also it would depend on so one of the games I am thinking about for after Inferno is a West Marches style pirate campaign. I'm going to run that differently than Inferno. Like, if it's high adventure, I mean, I will have the time. You have the benefit of having 6 3-hour sessions to have quiet. And Inferno brings those players who want to have those dramatic points of like wildly loud explosive drama and the softest drama. Like, so, but that's also harking back to the first topic of players. It's like find the players, to get the plan to make the pacing to work. So yeah, it's pacing is tough, guys. Here's two people who've been doing this for a while. I mean, 3 years for streaming Rainbow, and how many? I mean, we've also been playing games since we were children. Oh yeah. Pacing is fucking hard. Like it's a tough, and there's no right answer either, because it fully depends on the name of the game. It depends on what kind of game you're playing. If it's a wacky, zany, like Hell of a Town, if you watch that pre-record, that's got to be fast and funny because that's the source material. Whereas
like
something
the last stop, like you had to sit in that.
You have to, because that's the point of the game. Like that's the message of the game. Stew Pot would be a great game that's both. Like we had our moments of silliness with the geese and like all that nonsense, but then you also get the moments of being able to sit back and be quiet. Like that suits itself to kind of a diverse change. But yeah, it's just don't feel bad if it takes some time to calibrate, because that's a part of that's a talent for game masters, guides, DMs, whatever you call yourself. That is something that has to be learned. It can only be learned by doing it
over and over again, experimenting, feeling different pacing styles and the effect they have on the final product. Like and you guys will learn what you like we've even within streaming Rainbow, Sarah never wants to live stream ever again. Sarah is like, no thank you, pre-record all the way. Talking about planning, like just have Sarah on for just a planning talk, because Sarah plans things in the most exquisite way ever. Whereas I'm like, hey, listen, if I don't ever do a pre-record ever again, I'll be fine. Like I'll do it. I'm happy to do it. But like, I love the live stream. I think you're kind of somewhere in the like you could do. I'm in the middle. Again. I enjoy live streams. I enjoy being on Twitch. I feel like if I did live streaming again, I'd want it to be an experiment, right? Specifically, I want to experiment with the live streaming medium for interactive tabletop roleplay is what I want to do more of. If I were to get back into live stream, like how do I bring chat into this as active participants? So you can see it sometimes with like the charity streams and things like that, like give people an item or things like that. And I love that. That's super dope. I want to see more of that type of thing. What if that was just something you could always do? You could always talk to the bot, or we had a player that was literally just chat, and a random person got assigned to be that player, and we had a terrible Windows 98 voiceover that would speak.
God, that'd be so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, like so that's the thing. You'll find the medium you like. That's and it's okay. It's also just like sometimes players aren't the right fit. It's okay for you to be like, hey, guess what? Live streaming is not my thing. Because we have Streaming Rainbow is proof that we are literally a rainbow of experiences. We all have different ways that we like to do things. So, and it's all good. It's all storytelling. It's all fun.
I mean, the point of it is to tell cool stories with cool people that interest other cool people into coming in and getting in our Discord and the link down below. That's the whole goal of all of this. We want to get as many people in that Discord as possible. That's the dream.
Until we hit a really funny number again. We've already bypassed 169, so
now 420 is the next one.
Get us to 420, guys.
Get us to 420, and we'll do like hot ones but with THC edibles for another Rainbow Side chat.
Oh my god, sign me up. Now that I live in a state that allows that shit, let's go.
Mine allows it until the end of the year.
So you got to get us there
by the end of the year. That's your time limit.
My imaginary watch.
Well, thank you very much for joining me for this, Eli. I had planned it to be like an informational thing, and then it wound up just being like hanging out with you. So I hope that the viewers, you came back at the end. I was like, right, yeah, that's what we were supposed to be doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that Pedro Pascal meme of like, you should know this too. Like that Hot Ones fucking meme. Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully y'all got something out of this. Hopefully it was enjoyable. A very different style of content than we do, so definitely want y'all's feedback. If you want more of this, be vocal about it. Yeah, thumbs up the video, comment, let us know in the Discord. I really enjoy this, and I want to explore a couple other forms of content as well as part of this series, part of this experiment, to see what's fun to make, what's fun to edit, what's fun for y'all to listen to, and see if we can, you know, add a couple more colors to this rainbow in terms of what we offer for y'all.
Absolutely.
So,
and
any parting words of wisdom?
I mean, get in our Discords, because we'll just have these conversations in chat with people. So if you want to have like nonstop conversations about nerdy things, get in the Discord.
That's the place to be.
We love you very much. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. That's all we got. Thank you all very much for watching. Love your faces. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you on our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye. It never ends.
It never ends.
Why do I have